then in that first race the same thing that I tell people now in this presidential race, and that is that there's always been this other tradition to politics, always been this other idea of government, of and by and for the people. A basic notion that we are connected as a people, that we have mutual responsibilities towards each other. That if there are children here in Seattle that are languishing in poor schools, that are impoverished, that don't have opportunity in their lives, that impoverishes all of us. If there's a veteran in Illinois, who's scrounging around in a dumpster for food because he's homeless, because somebody didn't provide him the services that he needed after he had served this country with courage and valor, that diminishes all of our patriotism. That idea that we've got mutual obligations towards each other, regardless of race or faith or region or station in life, that idea has to express itself not just in our churches and our mosques and our synagogues, not just in our families. It's got to express itself through our government. Because our government allows us to do things together that we can't do on our own. And although we are proud of our individual initiative, we're proud of our self-reliance as a people, we value our liberty. We don't expect government to do everything for us, but there are some things that government does better than we can do on our own. And that idea is what I think people are so hungry for, because for the last 6 years, they have heard an entirely different message. As we've become cynical, you've seen a void filled by lobbyists and special interests and narrow agendas, and insurance companies write the healthcare laws, and drug companies decide the prescription drug laws, and oil companies decide our energy policy. And we've had a government that basically has an attitude of can't do, and won't even try. A government that says you are on your own. A government that sees a guy who's been laid off of work, or his plants closed up and moved overseas after working for 20 years, has the rug pulled out from under him. And suddenly, he's not just lost his job, but he's lost his pension, and he's lost his health care, and he's having to compete with his teenage kid for a job at the local Walmart, paying $7 an hour. And what does the government say? The government says, tough luck, you're on your own. And if you're a single mom, like my mom was a single mom, trying to figure out, do I have health insurance for my children? The government says, I'm sorry, that's the brakes. You're on your own. And if you're a child who's not wise enough to choose his or her own parent, and is born into a community that doesn't have high property values, and so the schools are underfunded and have dilapidated buildings and outdated textbooks, pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. You're on your own. We are here today to say to America, to say to Washington State, to say to Seattle, you are not on your own. We are in this together. We rise and fall together. We can pull together and work together and organize together to create a better America. That's the reason that we're here. That's why you've turned out. It's not for me. It's for each and every one of you deciding that we can work together to rebuild America and make this country live out to its ideals